Hello learners, hello students. This is teacher Kirui Wilborn once again, a teacher of English and literature. I am here today for us to learn, for us to look at what we are calling the word classes in the English language. This is what other people can call the parts of speech in the English language. What are word classes? These are the categories of words that we have in English based on their functions and forms. Today we are going to learn about the 8 parts of speech that we have in English. Learners, can someone please tell us which are these 8 parts of speech? Which are these 8 word classes that we have in English? List them down. I know you have done that. So the 8 parts of speech that we have in English are the following. 1. The nouns. 2. The pronouns. 3. The adjectives. 4. We have the verbs. 5. We have the adverbs. 6. We have conjunctions. Conjunctions can also be called connectives. We have prepositions. And finally, we have what we call the interjections. So those are the 8 parts of speech, the 8 word classes that we have in English. So going to one by one, each and every one of them. Number 1. What is a noun? What is a noun? We are going to say that a noun is a naming word. A noun is said to be a naming word. Being a naming word, a noun names people, places, and things. Nouns can name people, places, or things. You are later going to realize that we have got various types of nouns. We shall get to that when we reach there. Examples of nouns. When you say a cow is a noun that names a thing, an animal. When you say Nairobi, Kampala, Britain, those are nouns that name places. When you say John, Jane, those are names of people. So I hope by now you know what a noun is and you're able to list down the examples. Number 2, pronouns. What is a pronoun? A pronoun is a word that stands in the place of noun. A pronoun is a word that represents or replaces a noun. For example, instead of writing the word John, you can decide to use the word he or him. For example, John is good. Instead of saying John, you can say he is good. Another example, the noun Jane can be replaced by the pronoun she. In a sentence, Jane is beautiful. Instead of saying Jane, you can say she is beautiful. Number 3, we have the adjectives. What is an adjective? An adjective is a word that describes a noun. This can also be said to be a modifier. A modifier is a word that tells more about another. And in this case, an adjective is a word that modifies nouns, tells us more about nouns. We also have the various types of adjectives. For example, if I want to talk about Jane, then I say beautiful Jane, or Jane is beautiful. The word beautiful is an adjective that describes Jane. I can also say a Kenyan person, or a Kenyan man, a Kenyan girl. Kenyan is an adjective that tells us about girl or man in the sentences that I've given. You may want to say a tall tree. Tall is an adjective that tells us more about the noun tree. We have verbs. What is a verb? A verb is a doing word. It is a word that tells us what has been done, what is being done, or what is to be done by the subject or by the noun. It is a doing word. For example, Jane is talking. The word is, the word talking, those are verbs. Talking tells us what Jane or what John is doing. For example, now you can say Teacher Kirui teaches English. Teaches is a verb that tells us what Teacher Kirui does. So a verb is a doing word. Very good. Then we have got the adverbs. What are adverbs? Adverbs are modifiers. They are words that tells us. They are words that describes the verbs. So adverbs are words which tells us more about verbs. For example, I ran quickly. I ran quickly. Quickly in that sentence is an adverb that tells us more about how I ran. You're going to learn that we have got various types of adverbs. We shall deal with that when we get there. So we have got adverbs, which are modifiers of verbs. I came yesterday. Yesterday is a word that is an adverb that tells us when I came. Very good. Preposition. What is a preposition? A preposition is a word that tells us position, from the word position. It is a word that tells us relationship between a noun and another word. So a preposition shows relationship in terms of position, direction, and the other aspects. For example, the cat is on the table. So on is a preposition that tells us the relationship between the cat and the table, in the sense that the cat is on top of the table. You can also have this sentence that the cat is under the table. So you can almost tell where is the cat in relation to the table. Those are some of the prepositions that I've given you: under and on. There are others. Conjunctions. What are conjunctions? I said they can also be said to be connectives. A conjunction is a joining word. A conjunction is a joining word. It is a word that is used to join one part of a sentence and another part of a sentence, a word and another word, a phrase and another phrase, a clause and another clause. It is a connective. For example, I bought bananas and oranges. I bought bananas and oranges. And is a conjunction that joins bananas, oranges. So it is joining, instead of saying I bought bananas as sentence 1 and I bought oranges as sentence 2, you just joined the two sentences and say I bought bananas and oranges. So and is a conjunction. I can also give you these two sentences. I can take porridge. I can take tea. If you are told to connect the two sentences using a conjunction, what will it be? The two sentences: I can take porridge. I can take tea. A sentence with a conjunction will be I can take porridge or tea. I can take porridge or tea. Lastly, we have a word class that is called interjection. Other people can call it exclamation. These are words that are used to express strong feelings and emotions. These are words that shows strong feelings or emotions. For example, someone may be surprised, shocked, afraid, annoyed, angered. Those strong feelings can be used. They can be expressed using interjection. For example, we have the interjection wow. When someone says wow, what does it mean? Which strong feeling is that? This person may be excited. There are other interjections that we shall find out as time continues. So today, learners, those are the 8 word classes that we have in English. We have another category of words in English that is very important, the ones that we call articles or the determiners. And we have 3 articles: are, an, and the. People can say the or the depending on how you want to pronounce, but make sure you pronounce it according to the British English. So today, that is what basically we were supposed to deal with. So what have you learned today? Thank you so much for listening to me. Let us meet during the next lesson. In case you have a question, you can ask.